Hey, Ranger fans, we are back to the Man Advantage Ranger Review podcast. This is Jamie. Game just ended in Detroit, a wild game, lot to go over. So let's get it started. And we're back. Hey, guys. This is Jamie here. We're talking Rangers hockey for the Rangers Detroit Original Six matchup, TNT. Um, Boy, this was a weird game. So the Rangers started out okay. First, let me just get this off my chest. Georgie was terrible tonight. Just absolutely awful. And, I kind of feel bad for the guy. Um, he complained about not playing enough and getting in a rhythm and all that jazz. And, I understand that. Chesty's the number one guy. But boy, I mean, the first three goals that Detroit scored, all of those have to be stopped. My beer league goalie could have stopped that, but regardless, Rangers coming off a back to back. They traveled last night. Detroit was home waiting for them, so you're a little bit up against the wall on this. But the Rangers come out and Ryan Reeves gets a goal. Fourth line played well tonight. He just looked like he was trying to make a pass, and the puck got. Um, I think it was Hronik who initially stopped the puck and actually went right back to Reeves, who just popped it in the empty net. So we'll take that every day of the week. And then that's when things start to get ugly as far as the goaltending goes. Honestly, defensively, I didn't think the Rangers played terrible. I just thought they played fine. 5-on-5, they were fine. You know, they gave up two power play goals, but both of those goals should have been stopped. I mean, uh, Georgiev just looked totally lost. He's got no confidence in himself. Um, so when that's happening, if I'm the Red Wings, I'm just throwing everything at the net. So I think it was Rasmussen who comes down on a pretty harmless looking play and just throws it at the net. And next thing you know, the puck crawls up Georgie's arm and ends up in the back of the net. And, you're sitting there, you're thinking, oh my gosh. So that ties the game at 1. And it was late in the first. And um, Detroit gets a power play. And the Rangers did a pretty good job actually killing that power play up until the point that Vrana, who's sitting literally on the boards, he's literally against the boards, which is where you want to keep guys like him, snipers like him. And he just shoots one, and it goes between Georgiev's legs. I don't know kind of what he was thinking or what he was looking for there. There was no traffic in front. I mean, that's a puck that just has to be stopped. And um, I don't want to harp on the situation the whole entire show, but it was pretty bad. But thankfully, and something I've been talking about a lot lately is face-offs, and that's going to come back again in the show. But um, Lafreniere, of all people, is taking a face-off, and I think what Gallant may have wanted was he's left-handed. He was on his strong side, and he wins the draw back to Schneider, and Eddie O made a good um, um, his analysis of the play. The Rangers put Schneider on the boards there. So Lafreniere wins the draw. The puck goes back to Schneider. He's able to feed it out to Nemeth, who's left-handed. Those two guys switched, and he can one-time it. And Filipino's going across the middle, deflects the puck in the net. And it's great to see someone like Hedel get rewarded because uh, I feel like his play over the last 6, 7 games has really been better, a lot better actually, if we're being fair. And it's good to see someone like him get rewarded. And that was a really really big goal. 11 seconds after Jacob Vrana gave the Red Wings the lead. So at the end of the first, it's 2-2, and I think the shots were 9-8, and you know Georgie gave up 4 goals last game on 17 shots. So in 4 periods, four plus periods, because there was a little bit of overtime, he had given up 6 goals on 25 shots. I mean, that's really bad. That's really, really bad. That's like a 750. I know it's not 750, but it's like a 750 save percentage. I mean, that's just terrible. So, come out for the second. And you know what, guys? Let me know what you think about Georgie's performance. I want to hear it in the comments. Tell me, am I missing something? I mean, or about the Rangers 5-on-5 play. I thought the Rangers played a pretty good first period. I mean, when you play hockey the night before and then you're playing again the very next night, your legs are going to be somewhat tired and you're going to feel like you don't have any juice. So, and Detroit's rested. So, they have the big advantage in this game. The Rangers traveled, and Detroit was sitting at home sleeping in their own beds last night. So we go to the second, and the Rangers took a very late power play or a penalty at the end of the first. So we start the second period killing a penalty, and sure enough, Seider, who's just a fantastic player, it's going to be an amazing player. He's running the power play in Detroit, and he finds Bertuzzi, who's wide open in the slot. And it really, I know the guys on the TV made it sound like he blasted it by. Georgie didn't. He looked lost. He wasn't screened. It just, I don't care how good of a shot it is, that from that 45 feet out, that shouldn't beat an NHL goalie. I'm sorry. So, and he wasn't even close to stopping it. So, of course, now we're down 3-2, and Detroit, they had some chances, and to his credit, he made some saves in the second period. I don't think it was anything crazy about the period as far as chances. I know I will say the fourth line played good. The third line played well too, and Lafreniere was very noticeable tonight. He didn't have any goals, had no points. He did win that faceoff on the first goal. I'm sorry, the second goal. He was really, really noticeable. Not only shooting the puck, he wasn't hitting the net, but he was winning board battles, and he was just so noticeable. And it just looks like the kid is just oozing confidence right now, and that's only good news for the Rangers. So, I'm watching this game, and I'm like, they don't look like they really have it tonight. The goaltender's not helping them out. They really didn't give up much. I know the TNT crew kind of said, "Oh, the Rangers are giving up all these chances," and yeah, but Detroit didn't really get any shots there. And watch the game last night. TNT's not watching the game. They're not watching the Rangers every night. The Rangers gave up nothing last night to the Penguins. Okay, so I don't really buy all that. But just in my opinion, Lafreniere was good. Hedl was good. Gaudreau, again, not really noticeable, just doing his job, and that's what you want from that guy. And I think Mika and Kreider and Frank the Tank, they got split up there right at the end of the period or right at the beginning of the third. And I was like, why is Gallant doing that? Because that line was doing so well. But you know what? Right there near the end of the second, Mika made a great play behind the net. Vetrano got a little bit of space. He came out and he finds Breadman, and Breadman one times it and top shelf and ties the game up. So now we're 3-3 going to the third. And the third period starts, and you just like, I'm kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. I don't usually feel this way when Igor's in net, but with Georgie lately, I don't know how this guy made 44 stops and shut out the Hurricanes. I mean, can you answer me that? Because this is what makes hockey so crazy. The guy shuts out one of the best teams in the league, and a game where we had nothing. We basically played defense the whole game, and he stands on his head. And tonight, he can't stop a beach ball. It just makes no sense. So, uh, I didn't like the play right before the goal. Lafreniere got tied up with somebody, and I can't remember who it was, but they blew the whistle, and I don't understand why there wasn't a penalty there. I mean, I think it's goalie interference, or why is the faceoff not outside? I didn't understand that. So the faceoff is inside. Of course, again, I talk about faceoffs a lot. Faceoff. Mark Stahl, former Ranger Mark Stahl. Glad to see he's back playing. And he just shoots one to the net, gets blocked, and it just happens to fall on Ernie's lap, and he backhands it. I think it goes off of Adam Fox, and it goes in the net. And it's like, well, okay, I could have seen that coming, but it's just an unfortunate bounce. That's really all it is. I really can't fault that on Georgie there. What are you going to do? Needless to say, it's 4-3. And you know what? I wasn't really like sweating it out. I was like, you know what? All right, whatever. And I kept saying to myself, I bet you the Rangers get a power play before the end of the period here, before the end of the game. And you could tell they were coming. And Nettie, I call him Nettie because I can't say his last name, the goaltender for Detroit, who I actually like a lot. He's on my fantasy team, and we actually took a loss tonight. So, but I wasn't rooting for him. But he actually made some nice saves in the third period. The Rangers, you could see, they started to really push the last 10 minutes of that period. And, Dryden Hunt, a guy, again, I know he's playing in top 6 minutes now, and he gets in front and he gets high sticked. And, we go right to the power play. And, okay, great. And 2 plays. Again, we're going to talk about the faceoffs. I'm going to talk about till I'm blue in the face. The first play, right off the initial draw, 50-50 puck. There's a board battle. Rangers win the board battle. Kreider gets a little deflection. There's a frozen puck. Okay, that's fine. We have another draw. Same scenario. Another 50-50 puck. And we win the draw. We get control. Puck goes down low. Kreider is not trying to score there. He's trying to center it to Copp, who's in front. Goes offside or skate in the back of the net. Number 46. I mean, come on. This guy's unreal. 46 goals on the year, and he has 24 power play goals to tie a New York Rangers record. I mean, the Rangers have been around for almost 100 years. I think 96 years. And he's tied the record. It's just insane. So yeah, that's great. So now we're tied up. And then, I kind of figured it was going to go to overtime. And regardless, I was happy. Of course, I want the Rangers to win. But I'm like, at least if we lose, we get the point. Because if it goes to a shootout, it's a complete crapshoot. But it comes out, and the Red Wings had possession, and it was nice. The Rangers sort of held their ground, and with 3-on-3 hockey, there's a lot of ice to cover. And they did a good job with their spacing and not letting guys get too much room. And that's exactly what did in the Red Wings. It did him in. The Rangers get out there, and I think Copp had it, and he kind of was moving through the neutral zone, and he sees Artemi Panarin, and he throws it over there, and Bertuzzi loses him, and he just kind of shoots the gap, goes up the middle of the ice, and Suter, he was the centerman on that for the Red Wings. He saw him, but he saw him too late, and by that time, Copp had a step on him, and Copp was able to finish on a beautiful feed from Panarin, who had a goal and 2 assists. I mean, this guy's unreal too. I mean, he just puts up points. He's such a smart player. A lot of times you look at him and you're like, oh, you should have let that go. And that's what makes these guys great. I mean, Panarin is just an unbelievable player, and a great finish by Copp. And this guy's fit in so well since he's come over to the trade from Winnipeg. And Vetrano had an assist tonight, but he was pretty quiet. And Mott was good too. Mott was really good on the fourth line. And I'm glad he didn't get hurt on that play there when he ran into the boards. Um, that was it was nice that he didn't get hurt. You just hate to see anybody get hurt, but overall the Rangers, they kind of like overcame some obstacles tonight with the Georgie goaltending and the officiating. I didn't think it was great. I mean, yeah, I know we had 2 power plays and I think Detroit had 3, but I feel like they missed a lot of calls and there's a lot of things they let go, and if both ways. So I guess I shouldn't really complain about it, but I don't know, guys. What do you think? I thought 5-on-5. I thought the Rangers were good, and as the game wore on, I thought the Rangers got stronger. They started to really dominate the shots on goal, and uh, I really feel like if Igor's in net, that's a 4-1 win. I mean, that's basically how I feel. And Detroit, I mean, listen, they're not a great team. They were really playing above their heads early in the season. Um, Yzerman's a great GM. He sold a lot at the deadline. He's getting rid of his UFAs and getting draft picks, and they got a lot of talent. Guys like Mort Seider's are going to be an unbelievable player in this league for the next 15 years, and Lucas Raymond is probably the. I think Seider should get the Rookie of the Year, and I think Raymond is the second best rookie this year. But those are 2 great guys, and you got Dylan Larkin and Bertuzzi and um, some other nice pieces there. And they got guys coming. I mean, Zadina has never really. I mean, he was a 2018 draft. I mean, he hasn't really done anything. So they're still waiting on him, and they shouldn't give up on a guy like that. I mean, maybe he's just a late bloomer. Um, but let me know what you think, guys. What big win, right? I mean, that's our 4th win in a row. Albeit it's an overtime win, but we'll take it. And that increases our lead, 3-point lead on Pittsburgh, and we're fair and square as far as games played. It'd be nice to have home ice advantage in the playoffs, at least for one round. You never know. I mean, maybe they get hot and they catch Carolina, which I don't think they will, but you just never know. So, quick recap tonight. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. You can hit me up on Twitter at Jamie_hockey. It'd be great to have somebody reach out and interact. And I love talking hockey. It doesn't matter. I'll talk hockey anytime you want. So I hope you guys have a great night. Go Rangers. See you guys.